Hello everyone, Lethal Smith here. It's actually the 23rd I'm recording this on, but I'm going to be releasing it on the 24th of tomorrow, because this is going to be a long letter reading. Also, it's a good thing I'm releasing it on the 24th because it's Christian Love Day, apparently. Chris Can's birthday, in other words, and he's going to be spending it in jail. So, let's read this one. So it's from the 4th of January 2022, over a month ago. On the 4th of January, Chris sent his first letter to British YouTuber Bizzare Bazaar from jail. This is the first of Chris's known jail letters to be mailed internationally. So you got people from England writing to him. Apparently he had written to Chris for his video series, which consists of him reading letters from inmates. I've already read a letter from an American channel that writes to prisoners, so this will be interesting to read. So it's gonna be a long read. So let's read it. 4th of January 2022. 0142. Okay, that's maybe a code or something. Aleshek for many spiritual greetings. Galafalani Mike. No idea what that means. Firstly, I am writing in contribution for your show. Oh, so he knew it would be used in a YouTube video. But I will not answer any follow-up questions. Yet I shall cover a number of frequently asked questions throughout this multiple page handwritten letter sent directly to your jolly old home. Yeah, that must be cringe. Chris can speak in British, and he actually did in a few of his videos back when he was semi-normal. Second, in regards to jail life, it is of little interest with me. It should be your full interest at the minute. You should be thinking of ways you can act sensible. And I have written in responses to most of these present days, and moments have been generally and none other than literal meditations, innate and consciously, as well as out of body in astral manifestation, light to flesh, transformation, is that, after astral projection, in literal goddess responsibilities, duties and work with everyone, including my ally and fellow gods and goddesses, as well as Emmanuel, God above gods, formerly my father, as he was well over 2022 years ago, but has been my mother for this life, since her self-chosen gender / form changed over a literal century ago. Between both earths of this failing, formerly a whole universe, 1218 Earth, and the original Earth in universe C-197, with all the cartoon and whatnot, original and fictional characters / individuals, very much real, alive, existent, coexistent and tangible. This has been more than covered in recent years, and in my handwritten letters that has been uploaded in recent months. So he knows that his letters have been uploaded. He knows. On that, while I'll be repeating myself from those written letters here, I will not be a total repetitive fool, and I will only speak / write for present matters. And once again, I speak only honest, true and authentic, and I reaffirm this by having a hand over my heart, swear and promise and to and review while writing the sentence. How do you write with one hand? The way I always write is like one hand on the paper and one hand writing on it, otherwise the paper will be all over the place. With that stated, I introduce myself. I am the real player one, the one avatar, and this body of mine is the one God body, and I am the full reincarnation of none other than Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Was born in Bethlehem to Mary and Joseph, being resurrected after my death on the cross in Jerusalem, lived physically immortal in many books of different identities, up till 1389, with the universe division and my sudden trip forward and back in time to be in my one reincarnated / reborn life. Now, after being born to Bob and Barbara on the February 24th, 1982, he's going to be 40 years old. Jesus. Well, but by the time this video comes out, he's 40. To enact the holy event trinity of the dimensional merge of 1218 and C197, the collective shift and the majority of good and neutral individuals from 1218's Earth, and my second coming that leads up to the judgment day upon the toxic minority of haters, fakers, darkers, demonics and sinners left behind on the former 1218 Earth to burn completely out of existence. And from all that, we all of the majority continue to live with greater powers and abilities within our reach, respectively. I am Mrs. Jesus Christine Wrestling Chandler Sonicu, the goddess Blueheart of the Commodore consoles, fucking hell, and the nations of the old Karma and Quickville, guardian of the Sonicus and Rosecus species, the immortal avatar, Lord, Messiah, Saviour, and God of all. God, that's a fucking mouthful, that is, Jesus Christ. Page 2. I am and have been connected with everyone and everything throughout all of the dimensions and universes of this timeline, and the entire multiverse, and then some. Oh God, the multiverse. Doctor Strange 2 is going to be set in the multiverse apparently. I wonder if they're going to go after Chris Chan in that. And then some, including the cause of each universe in this timeline. Each and every one of my direct personal self-counterparts, variants throughout, and the ultimate and great truths of the Alishkai records. I have always, a bit unconsciously, most of this life so far, known and foreknown everything. So yeah, I know where I am going, and I am, and my body is where we need to be doing their transitioning and all. On this, I refer to the earlier writing in answering the questions of how I care to how I care to know and realize this, as well as what is Real Player 1. I copy what I have written around November 23rd, 2021 for your immediate reference. Grab some coffee or a can of Glee Fuel. Tetris flavour in reference to everything falling into place. Oh, I wonder what Glee Fuel tastes like. I never tried it before. I need to buy a starter pack, see what it's like. Because this is a long detailed answer, of which I quote: how did I reach the truths and conclusions? Heart. In short answer, literal meditation 24/7, 365 plus 1 days a year, I'm guessing. Involuntary as well as consciously and active. The additional details are much more in depth, obviously. Also, to clear up one more detail, mine and Mikey Chan's Sonicu's powers and abilities are not correlated. I simply had a great number of psychic powers and abilities that were similar to his, and he taught me a number of times how to better utilize them for the better good. Also, Magic Clan remains like a guardian angel with me, and is my most supportive, compassionate and devoted husband. Let's scroll down a bit. Now, along my journey of self rediscovery, I have become more and more aware of the signs of me being God, in addition to becoming the CPU goddess Blue Heart of the Commodore consoles, and the nations of the old Comma and Quickville, as well as relearning Emmanuel, God above gods, was my birth father back in Bethlehem after her form changed, is now my mother. Are you saying that Mary was a woman, was a man, and then changed into a woman? Yeah, I don't think that happened back then. But there you go. Personally, I don't think anything happened back then, really. As for my relation with Jesus and my revelation of being him in full reincarnation after my physical ascension from heaven after being resurrected, I shortly returned to earth elsewhere in an altered appearance, and my walks and work on earth never stopped, not dying either, and I became absent with the universe crossed out in universe division in 1389. It was all of the as it was with all other goddesses and idols manifested, that they all each were manifested from a piece of my mother. I opposed to I being her one direct child, and then others prayed to me. I received them all telepathically and kept up with the growing numbers. I astral projected a copy of my soul and transformed it into flesh with my into flesh and with powers to transport to where it was most needed to answer those prayers. I had to do this a number of times before 1389 AD, so for the latter, all who were approached by or saw me appear before them, they had encountered one of my personal copies or of self, and in my absence, my mother kept them all energized and continuing to work on my behalf. Now being is my one reincarnation, and a very few to encourage my powers and magic while growing up. How would thou expect me to remember curiously and fully who I was? And each of my encounters with Jesus was literally an encounter with my old soul copies in the past few months. My copies all came back, onto page 3 now, back together and re-entered my body, triggering the start of my great self-revelation. As for the further confirmations, not only with my mother Emmanuel's help and Magic Clan's and everyone else's, and in this there is no greater or more ultimate truth source than between Megatron and the Alashkic records, which also transitions to my being to my being the real player one. Yes, in one part. It was a reference to the movie Ready Player One, but moreover to serve as a modern illustration of being, the one avatar as well. And for this next part, I shall allow and permit the Alestic Guardians themselves to field that one, personally through psychic and cosmic link through my consciousness. Oh, have I got to read that? Amagaini Shala Emeg the Earth there former Universe 1218 Alada Shini Elt Garden Alekei Fenala It Seshishi Me a some I can't fucking say that. I feel like I'm about to summon a demon saying that. Yet to translate for your behalf, oh thank God for that. English speaking humans. Many greetings and tidings, people of Earth of the former Universe 1218. I am none other than the Alestic Guardian. Oh, so he's like speaking as the Guardian now. Okay, I get it. All of you may recognise these words that we have been saying to all of you over these many years. Now that introduction is out of the way, I inform all of you that the one avatar body, immortal and existent throughout all of time, since the Big Bang. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. As you call it, there has existed the very first body to walk the universe. In one and only perspective, the video game of life has started and spawns first and foremost. This player one with the set main camera perspective that nobody that absolutely none other has it all, and after them comes player 2, then 3, and then so on. Okay, so it's like different lives in other words. So when Chris Can dies, it's going to be like player 2, that sort of thing. Okay, including the non-playable characters or the NPCs. Obviously unaware of the one avatar that has most preceded each and every one of them all. This one avatar is the immortal infinite resurrection respawn count, and all the powers and abilities over all is your God and your foretold Lord as well. Eventually this one immortal body and soul evolved and physically ascended to be in the company of their one parent, the God, who you all defer to as Emmanuel, the one who manifested you in the Big Bang and all. In his audience and guidance for many heavens realms this year, it's words smashed together. The avatar learn all and has connected with everyone and everything throughout time, space, existence, timelines and multiverses. Eventually the avatar has learnt and mastered all and was permitted to walk immortal on Earth, and accordance to the great plan that the avatar knows in their unconsciousness, the avatar was sent to be born in Bethlehem by you, Mary, Virgin Mary, but in most popular attention and chronicling the dubbed Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the child of God, Emmanuel. All of you know better now of the avatar's continuous walks on Earth in the immortal and physical and spiritual life, until the universe division by order of King Arthur. Okay, they're bringing him into it now. Then the Avatar, was forced to walk forward and back through space, through time, space, dimensions, and fly everywhere, and even flying through the Sonicu and Rosecu species, manifestation in chaos, electric, and rainbow energy, known simply as the chaotic rainbow of 2003. And this in not the only chaotic rainbow in existence either. Your northern lights span Hal, and the square rainbows of the sun, even the lunar rainbows on the Earth's moon, and more are all rainbows of chaos energy. The Avatar landed, mind, memories, body, soul, and all within Barbara Ann Weston Chandler, Rosecu, in May 1981. To be, page 4, born, I'm guessing it's and resume their immortal physical and spiritual life, and Kristen Weston Chandler Sonicu on February 24th, 1982, of Charlottesville, Virginia, United States of America, eventually growing and evolving to be your Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonicu, as you know her now, to some extent at least. Christ Chan Sonicu was meditated consciously and endured one of her one and only Avatar perception, as well as to why she was recalling to the greater memories of her youth and teenage years of her past life as Jesus Christ. Now, your trend or individuals in the poor states to make great clans only applies to the deeply struggling and dire desperate of individuals. But I assure you, Christ Clan Sonicu, even spelled that wrong, is neither spiritually struggling nor desperate. She has unconsciously foreknown these circumstances and have accepted her time of ultimate rebirth, revelation, ascension, and duties to be the majority of all of you who shall not be left behind for the foreknown judgment day. End quote. Jesus Christ, that was a quote. Fucking hell. Anyways, I have been trying to wake up as many as possible to the truths from in here. Oh god, he's pissed off some criminals, isn't he? For some inmates. But like on the battlefields over 2022 years ago, and as this Discord also said himself, yeah, I need to point out, this is not the Discord app, this is the Discord horse from My Little Pony. Yeah, just putting it out there just in case you were getting fucking confused. I can't believe all of the dead, all gods and goddesses are beyond overpowered, but even we have our respective limits, especially while on this doomed 1218's Earth, in our on-Earth forms. Also, do not spoil the popular theory, but we deities do eat and breathe, and a bunch of times we do need to be born into existence first and develop. The only ones are really the only ones who are really Mary Sue's and Gary Stu's are those that have been chronicled as literally such. Okay, 2 more passages, thank God. Literally such as Mad Munchkin's Mary Sue and Gary Stu. Let's throw in Mary Poppins as well, even though Mary Sue herself would tell you there can only be one Mary, and she won't be Poppins. Momentarily, discretion aside, I can only help and heal those who are open to accept and receive it. if they are so far lost, gone, and close-minded off from me, to be in the toxic range majority, and too overridden by hate and demons that shit and shit that awful, and not accepting to receive, I am unable to help or heal them. Healing Barber with literal soul bonding. Here we fucking go again, speaking about the soul bonding rape, which is when which that is when at last who individuals share a moment with their soul spiritually intermingle. Imagine a purple mist and a blue yellow mist coming together to make a single mist of purple, blue and yellow, and depending on each individual being good to toxic levels and healing abilities stronger in the good, the one soul healing and the other soul to where they literally, mentally and physically them. And supportive emotional and mental talking allowed me to extend her life and endurance and strength. Emmanuel, called Above Gods, and my mother, told me directly to heal Barbara and cleanse her aura and forgive her sins and regrets. See you've molested her. Okay, good fucking job. Had I not done my job, Barbara would have been dead by vehicle accident in August 2021. So in other words, he's basically saying that if he didn't rape her or soul bonded with her or whatever, that car crash would have killed her. Okay. I wonder what would happen if she did unfortunately die during that car crash. Like, how would Chris actually word this letter then? How would he twist it? Instead of surviving the incident in November 2021, wait a minute. In August? Was she in the accident in August? I don't know. I did my divine duty and saved her. Yet in that, I also took her regrets and into myself. And I'm paying the price with the scales time that resulted from tested individuals failing and betraying me last of August. They didn't betray you. You fucked up. You brought this upon yourself. It was no one's fault but your own. Yeah, maybe Bella's, but she's a bit loony herself, but you did wrong anyway. Yet I am spiritually ascending and rebirthing, and everyone else loses me from their online lives. So who is worse off? Well, to be fair, we don't really miss you because we're getting this kind of content anyway. So we're still getting... What was that squeak? That was weird. We're still getting content from these letters, to be fair. Page 5. Yet I like back in Jerusalem, mirrored and took in the misconceptions and worse ideas and thoughts from the desires among all of you, or enough of you all that it misconceived my intentions and the situation that put me in this spot. Had all of you understood me better and did not buy into that toxic drama with the demons manifested in your views to deceive and fill the lies of all of you who failed, I would not be in jail and finding my revelations on other paths, as well as my drawing and inviting more for the bodies, still leading to my second coming and the collective shift, and I would still be online and offline socializing with all of you. That's the thing, is that if he didn't fuck up that time, he still would be around today. He would have gone to Everfree Northwest. Hopefully people would film him there, give us some laughable content, low calorie, but he had to fuck up, and this is the life he leads now. But to know, and here we are, but I digress. One point of these divine tests then, and the one point of all of these divine tests then and the events now is to help shine these truths upon you all, and to help you all realise and appreciate for yourselves the deeper and spiritual truths and meanings. Fortunately, a good number of you are coming around through the cracks positively. Over 70 followers responded and written positively. He's got over 70 letters. Fucking hell. And responded written positively, generally and kindly, vastly overshadowing any bad or toxic individuals of the minority. For that I do kindly thank you all. But for now, but by now, though all of you regardless should have experienced and or witnessed personally the signs of the Holy Trinity events in progression since last August, the Northern Lights, a massive chaotic rainbow, literally spanning more than half this Earth now. The massive number of solar flares, sunspots, and even the cosmic energy and universe shifts that felt me like windless breezes, moments of sudden vertigo, dizziness, and world spinning trippiness. Regardless, wait a minute. Was that it? Was that it? I think that was it, to be fair. What I believe what happened is, I'm trying to find it on here. Yeah, what I believe what happened was, it wasn't all translated. Some of it was. Yeah. So this is page 8. Was that page 8? Nope, that was page 9. Where am I? There we are. Spinning trippiness regardless. So that was page 9. Oh god. I'm gonna have to read them off of here, aren't I? Fuck's sake. I hate reading his handwriting, and I hate having to read more. How long have I been doing this for? 33 minutes is hell. This is why I'm recording this earlier. Of how good or bad your respective health and mentalities ever among the neurotypical and so forth. I have to read Chris's handwriting. Hate that. Sudden massive information downloads into your brains from the LSK records. Suddenly going into a random ritual such as spinning, walking in circles, acting like birds or dogs or whatever, all of a sudden animal appearances in oddest of locations. And how warm was this recent December all around this earth last month. Anyone suddenly speaking Hebrew, Alashkit, Japanese or whatever with absolutely no past experiences in the longest for themselves, in the languages for themselves respectively. I am not crazy, and I am actually in sound and good mentally and state of mind. In fact, I would be revered as something like a shaman. No, you wouldn't. Leader or OP, psychic in a lot of countries around this earth. The real individuals who are crazy, and those among the toxic minority that allow demons instead of angels lead them, and all those out of everyone who refuse to see and accept the truth, keeping themselves blindly, consciously, and at a stupid level of will. If and should any or all of you feel, experience, and or witness the authentic divine enlightenment from my words in vibrational writing and the ultimate truths, then I humbly request all of you, please do not be afraid and do not hesitate to speak and share your experiences and testimony and to and with everyone. Also speak true to the legal ones in Virginia and protest for my legal and safe freedom, please. Is he still speaking about it's gotta be freedom? No one needs a we don't need to protest you out. It's page 11, last page. Good for that. Good. This is actually page 6. And should you all realise and authentically, divinely feel, see, and have me in your visions as your Lord that I am, and have been telling all of you, please tell everyone true, direct, authentically, and honest. After I complete the collective shift with my allies and fellow goddesses, and my body is no longer in jail, and back home at the Sonic Temple, safe and legal. It will never be legal when you go back. I shall go on further with my journey. You're not going to molest Barbara again, have you? I shall also work harder on the Sonic books, and shall have someone worthy write my stories of this life. I shall appreciate my greater connections and do more for myself and with my Sonicus and Rosecus in all applicable things. I shall continue to bless, to heal, and to be a better goddess to you all and everyone else, and I shall organize the neo-spiritual Christianity religion. Is there actually going to be a religion according to him? For an updated and more spiritually satisfying and whole lifestyles, as for as many will have us. I am Christ. I am risen. I lead and do my best. I have come again. I am here. Sincerely, with divine love, and he puts his like massive signature there. Thou has my promise and divine word. Oh God, we're finally out of that. We got postscript though. Fuck's sake, postscript. Enclosed for you, Mike, is a personally manifested neo-spiritual Christianity bottle label, Zen Vision laminate before attaching the label to a bottle for any bottle of water or non-alcoholic beverage to add my vibrations and good into it. Also an NSC token to have and hold as a reminder and affirmation of a better spiritual satisfying life for yourself. So that was finally it. We got the envelope back, which is a fucking mess. It's like, how did that actually get through the system? It's a mess, that is. So here's the here's the labels, and here's the here's the stuff. We are finally finished with this. So yeah, bottle cap label with the insignia on one side and the token on the other, as well as the grape Fanta, which sounds disgusting. And here we are. Attach it to a bottle. Do whatever you want. Oh. Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here. And this loads up.
United States of America.
There you go. There is his video. The person that got the letter back is reading it. He's from England. So you can watch it for yourself. I'll put everything in the description that you need. 40 minutes. Oh, long reading. I hope his letters are shorter after this one. But yeah, this was the 4th of January. So this was before his continuance. So I wonder, when this video's up, I wonder what's going to be happening to him in jail over his birthday. He's going to have a shit birthday, that's what I'm going to say. Gonna leave this here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.